But the second term, we're going to do that for not just seniors, for everyone in America. And by the way, not only saves lives, it will save taxpayers, just what I did on the first round on dealing with Medicare. It saves the taxpayer $160 billion because they don't have to pay these exorbitant prices to these, anyway. This year, Medicare is negotiating lower prices for some of the costliest drugs on the market. That threats everything. That treats everything from heart disease to arthritis. In the next term, we want to go further. Give Medicare the power to negotiate lower prices for 50 drugs a year, not 10. That not only will save lives, it's estimated to save the taxpayer another $200 billion a year. This is saving taxpayers money. And by the way, if you notice, all the stuff they said, big spend in Biden, we have lowered the deficit, not raised it. We've increased economic growth. Folks, here's what else I'm determined to do. I'm determined to end Trump's tax cuts for the very wealthy and big corporations and make the tax code fair and ease the burden on working people. I kept my commitment that no one making less than $400,000, I never saw in my life till I got elected president, will pay a penny more in federal taxes. But here's the deal. We have in America, since the pandemic, 1,000 billionaires. 1,000. You know how much in federal tax they pay? 8.2%. That's their federal tax, 8.2%. We're going to make billionaires pay a minimum of 25%, which is low. No billionaire should pay a lower tax rate than a teacher, a firefighter, a nurse, a janitor. That's simply ridiculous. And when we do that, that alone will generate $500 billion in revenue over the next 10 years, allowing us to lower costs for families and save the government money. We can do more on elder care, child care, bringing down the federal deficit, and so much more. This is not rocket science, folks. But they've convinced us that any spending of money is costly. It's saving money. God's truth, it's saving money. And it's vitally important. You know, the next president of the United States could appoint 2 or more justices to the Supreme Court. Just imagine. I know the stakes. Folks, my vision for the future will continue to be all about working people in this nation. And my whole career, go back and look at it, I've not been perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But a simple proposition, the family I come from, the neighborhood I come from. Everybody deserves a shot, just a shot, no guarantee. Give hate no safe harbor. Leave no one behind. That's in stark contrast to my predecessor and the mega officials. They'll do everything, undo everything the NAACP stands for. But now they're trying to deny it. They're lying about their Project 2025. They want to deny you freedom, the freedom to vote, have your vote counted. They'd impose a nationwide ban on abortion. This new vice president, if you ever have any doubt, man, just take a look at what he's been saying. They want to prosecute political enemies. They want to cut Social Security and Medicare, rip away protection from millions of pre-existing conditions, over 400 million people. Stop Medicare from negotiating lower prescription drug prices, risking people's lives, costing the government more money. They'd eliminate the Department of Education. No, you ought to read it. Saying it's a state issue. Give me a break, a state. We know how well we do with the states. They would cut school lunches, eliminate the Head Start program for lower-income children. They allow employees to stop paying overtime, employers to stop paying, catch this one, to stop paying overtime to hourly workers. They're such good people. But give the very wealthy and big corporations a new tax cut. They've already eviscerated affirmative action. They'd also decimate diversity, equity, and inclusion all across American life. They're already trying to do it. by banning books. They're trying to erase black history. Black history is American history. Folks, I'm not being dramatic here. We cannot let that happen. That's why it's so important to me. It was so important to me to make Juneteenth a federal holiday. They can't erase it. Now, people are going to know what happened on Juneteenth. That's why I made federal lynching a federal hate crime in Emmett Till's memory, and that's where you've been reminded. Remember what they tried to do? As well as establish national monuments for Mamie and Emmett Till, and so much more. So there's no doubt about what's happening. Look, folks, as I said before, we know black history is American history. It's as simple as that. Let me close with this. The Psalms tells us, I've been young and now I'm old. Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken. I have not seen the righteous forsaken. And I will not see the righteous forsaken. Hopefully, with age, I've demonstrated a little bit of wisdom. Here's what I do know. I know how to tell the truth. I know right from wrong. I know how to do this job. And I know the good Lord hasn't brought us this far to leave us now. There's more work to do. This is the moment to be engaged. The work you're doing to recruit hundreds of thousands of volunteers, move millions of people to make their voices heard. May well determine America's future for decades to come. And folks, that's important. We must all be defenders for freedom, justice, equality, and the bedrock of democracy. And there's been no more important voice in that truth than the voices of the black community. I mean it. And when Americans fail to live up to what we say we believe, you don't give up hope, nor do I. We've always loved this country, even when it has not loved us back. We worked hard as hell. Just think about it. Our children, your children, grandchildren. Ask yourself, what America do you want to leave them? My answer is an America of hope, fairness, opportunity, possibilities. Look, I spent more time with Xi Jinping of China than any other world leader has. I was with him in China on the steps of the mountains. And he looked at me and he said, can you define America for me? It's God's truth. And I said, it's recorded. I said, yes, in one word, America. Possibilities. Nothing is beyond our capacity. America, where it's full of promises available to everybody. America, where racism and violence are no longer the ghost that have too long haunted the nation. Folks, this is about you and your families and everything the NAACP has stood for generations. Freedom, democracy, America. Always marching, always believing, always keeping the faith. We're going to do this. So let me ask you, are you all in? Because I'm all in. We just have to remember who we are. We are the United States of America, and there's nothing beyond our capacity when we do it together. And let's stay together. God bless you all, and may God protect our truth.